just start the video. Who gives a fuck? Let's get this done.
Hi everyone, Az here from Heel vs Babyface.
That's a nice, picture.
I'm not in a great mood today.
Uh-oh.
Why? Number one,
didn't
get a lot of sleep last night. Probably a couple of hours at best because it was too hot. I was too restless. And number two, I was too full of hay fever. I've gone this whole
Not
year
good.
without having any hay fever symptoms at all. It's been utter bliss.
I don't know what hay fever
the
is.
last 2 days, itchy eyes, streaming eyes.
Okay.
It's getting me a little bit raged.
Just don't eat hay.
I decided to put this lovely picture of a couple of beautiful puppies, ladies, for your viewing pleasure.
Hey, nice try,
and
dude.
Also to keep everyone calm and relaxed.
Okay.
Because we're also going to be dealing with a little bit of drama in the video today as well. Because you may have heard Asmongold and T&E have had a bit of a spit spat recently. And the reason why I'm giving my take on this is because I think I can come at this from a very relevant perspective.
Because you talk shit about you too,
an
yeah.
understanding of what is going on here. And I've been very slightly dragged into it, so why not give my take? And also, because you're thirsty bitches.
Hey.
You know you are.
Hey.
And you've been poking me to do this, so...
Self-awareness, I love it.
You know, probably the worst day of the week for a lot of people. I'm going to give you what you want. I'm going to give you what you want. So, yeah, I'd like to discuss this as well, because I've got a few things that I'd like to say, if you don't mind. And I also want to get into the whole aspect of streamers, watching YouTube videos, reacting to them, and how it genuinely impacts YouTube as well, because I do think that's quite important as well. So, apparently, T&E called out Asmongold for the behaviour of his viewers, his stream viewers, and also Asmongold himself for not keeping them in check.
Oh, that's right.
Because apparently that's one thing that he can do. Now,
which, by the way, I want to say this again. Whenever Taliesin critiqued me and criticized me for allowing negative comments about his wife, I apologized and I fixed the situation because I thought that that was a bad decision for me to do, and it was not something that I wanted to have happen. I absolutely did. I did apologize for that because it was the wrong thing to do. I shouldn't have let it happen, and I moved forward. Okay, he acknowledged that. Yeah, I did. Okay, so this idea that I'm like, yeah, again, like this, like ogre or whatever, it's insane.
Where I'm talking specifically about someone. You'll hear me say, I do not in any shape, way or form condone you going after them. You know, when I do those videos, they are done for your entertainment purposes only, and not for anyone to dogpile on or have a go. So I disavow, as I always say, anyone that has a go at any party in this video. That is not the intention at all. I am big enough and ugly enough and old enough to take care of myself. Thank you very much indeed.
Okay, all right, that's good.
He references that his viewers have apparently had a go at himself. Josh Allen, Law, World of Warcraft community manager.
Never happened.
And Bay.
So I want to actually, I want to create a specific example of this. I don't think I ever mentioned this, right? Is that whenever, you know, the Blizzard did all the firings, there were a lot of people saying, oh, they should have fired Lore. I never said that. I never said that. I didn't read donations that said that because I thought that that would be an abuse of power. It wasn't talking about that. I'm just saying I never said that. I never supported anything that said that. Even though I was personal friends with Caden and I had never personally talked to Lore, I still never said that.
From Final Boss, which sounds a really weird thing to say. Hey, man, you've seen that Bay from Final Boss? Anyway, it was that dogpiling. Oh, my bad. He has this quite articulated rant, Asmongold, and is quoted as saying, with great power comes great responsibility. Because nothing says having a rant like quoting Uncle Ben from Spider-Man. And this, and that, and, as Mother Teresa said, oof, look, I found another tea leaf. Yes, that makes people take you seriously. Asmongold has great power, but he doesn't accept that it gives him great responsibility. Now, I'm doing a slightly weird voice because, look, I'm just going to be totally honest with you. T&E's a massive hypocrite, which we'll get into shortly. Asmongold is punching down, and you must never punch down. Oh, really? We need to be better than that. I have no respect for people that punch down. Oh,
there
really?
It is.
You mustn't respect yourself then. When he slagged off Bay from Final Boss TV on his stream, Bay had to leave social media for a couple of days. You should thank him. Social media's a toxic pit.
True.
Because there were so many effing idiots giving him shizzles. Right.
Shizzles. This
is where I'm going to interject myself, okay? Because I get people coming at me all the time saying, Az, are you going to respond to T&E? Az, are you going to say anything about what T&E is saying about you?
Back me to the server with Russ Feather up.
Why is T&E going off at you on a video? And I get this on a semi-regular basis. And I've had this for months upon months upon months. Probably a year or more now.
Yep.
And probably going back to roughly when I had about 130-odd thousand subscribers. I've just gone over 200,000 recently. And T&E have always had many more subscribers than me. Around 240 to 260.
Right.
Something along those kind of lines.
So that mean they're punching down?
By his own words, he's punching down at me on a constant basis. Do I respond?
What?
No. Do I get involved in his drama? No.
Oh my God.
How do I respond? I say I just don't care. I don't care about what he says because I don't. I truly don't.
This is... oh my God.
But to his own words, he is punching down on me.
Yeah.
I'm a much smaller channel than him. His videos get 100 to 200,000 odd viewers per video.
He's the little guy, by the way.
So that he gets a lot of eyes on the product. So that's a lot of people that he's preaching whatever he wants to preach. And another reason, he can say what he wants.
Can somebody invite me if you have Russ Feather up on your server?
To say what he wants
Alt
about
code
me.
0224.
Whether or not I agree with it, disagree with it is irrelevant. If I say something and he wants to call out one of my takes, that is up to him or her. I don't know who does the videos. To them. Should we just say them?
That's right. It's 2019.
So I just let them get on with it. I have a pinned tweet that says, particularly because of Article 13 and all that kind of stuff, but anyone that wants to use my footage for humorous, critical, commentary, transformative purposes, go for it. Go for it. I have no problems with that whatsoever. So I don't care what he says, but he's well within his rights. They are well within their rights to say what they want about me. But you can't then be a massive hypocrite when it comes back on you. Because that suddenly looks like you can give it, but you can't take it.
Yeah.
And I've had times where they've challenged me on Twitter and stuff like that. I've got them on mute now, so I don't hear what they say. But where they've had to go on Twitter, and then I have to deal with all of their crazy followers on Twitter who dogpile me. And all I do is I just end up muting a bunch of people. And so they can just scream into the void. And to be honest with you, I find it quite cathartic because it just clears out, the usual suspects, if you get where I'm coming from.
They need to do this on Twitch. They need to make it to where you get banned in chat and you see your message go into chat, and so you're typing, man, I fucking hate you, you're such a loser, and you're typing that, but you're actually shadow banned, and you're the only person that can see your chat. And so you're sitting there talking shit to somebody, and you don't even know that you're shadow banned. You have no idea at all. So you have to open up a second monitor to make sure that your shit talking is actually on the screen, man. That is what that's what Twitch needs to do. I'm actually, you know what? I'm going to talk to somebody at Twitch fucking like this week. Next time I talk to somebody at Twitch, maybe not this week. Next time I talk to somebody at Twitch, I'm going to try to do that, okay? YouTube has that. It's a great idea. They really should do that.
So it just makes my life a little bit easier at the end of the day. But you therefore can't say, oh, we're getting dogpiled on Twitter. Oh, we're getting criticized on Twitter. Yep. When you do it yourself to people below you in terms of the pecking order of subscribers and views per video. It just makes you look like a hypocrite. It makes you look like somebody that can't take what they give. So, he got a tweet going out here. I'd like to thank all of Asmongold's viewers currently filling up our mentions and DMs. Turn off your DMs. And totally proving our point about being dogpiled, etc., etc.
Yeah, exactly.
So it doesn't give you a good look, you know? It doesn't give you a good look when you come out with this sort of opinion. And then we have this, which I'd just like to bring out, if you don't mind. This is Mark Kern.
Oh, Mark Kern.
I like Mark.
I do too.
I think Mark is a very, very level-headed person. He was part of the OG WoW development team, lead developer, I believe. And I see the way that he deals with people on Twitter, deals with people both positively and people who come at him.
Right.
And he does it in a much better manner than I'll ever be able to do. A very relaxed, calm manner. And he's always willing to hear people's point of view, whether they're a detractor or a fan. And when he gives his takes on things, they usually come from a very logical, rational, reasoned place. So Mark's got a lot of respect. And if it wasn't for Mark, I'm not saying he's solely responsible, but I think Mark, when he threw his weight behind the whole please...
Oh, the legacy thing,
Blizzard, just give the people what they want, which is vanilla WoW. When Blizzard closed down Nostalrius, it was a very impassioned video from somebody who obviously had a big input, a big impact in the original vanilla content. And I think it did lend a good bit of credence of weight. And then you had your Soda Pop and then your Asmongold, who pushed it even further and further, plus others. I'm not trying to, diminish anyone else that had involvement. But there was a big concerted effort, and lo and behold, BlizzCon 2017, classic WoW gets announced, and in 5 or 6 weeks' time,
I still remember that day, man. I still fucking remember that day. It was such a good day. A lot of respect
for the person and whatnot. And his take on this situation is, T&E and Asmongold are at it. It seems very familiar. WoW Classic takes off, and small E-slebs go looking to stir shit up by latching onto the bigger names in drummed-up faux controversy. I'm with Asmongold on this, and it's right to punch back.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that they were doing it to drum up controversy. Like, maybe, but I'm not entirely sold on that being the case.
Which we'll get to in a second. To which T&E respond by saying, fuck off, Mark. That's how they respond to the OG WoW developer team. I'm not trying to stir up shizzle for attention. I just don't like how me and my waifu get thousands of shitty and threatening messages every time he reacts one of our videos on his stream, which is often.
Then why'd you host me whenever I was reacting to your video? If you didn't like it, why would you host me and then give even more people to do it? I don't understand. Like, I mean, that seems... I mean, I'm sorry. It seems like a mixed message. It does. It seems like a very, very mixed message. I mean, like, any reasonable person would see that. And, like, I had concerns about watching his videos, and it was the same issue that I had with Hazel's videos, right? Like, he hosted me because you disagreed.
Oh, yeah.
And
don't forget, didn't he slide in like an inside joke about you having to pay Pilaf $500?
I don't remember, honestly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
He did in one of his videos. Yeah, he did.
I mean, he clearly knew you were gonna watch the video.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like he had a problem with it then.
Odd.
So that's interesting.
Very interesting.
I want the opposite of attention. I want him to leave us alone.
Which is why you spent the past 2 days tweeting about it nonstop for every waking hour of the day.
Well, that's just a lie.
Yeah.
That's just an out-and-out lie. You don't get thousands every time he reacts to a video. If you did, Twitch would be involved, YouTube would be involved, whoever would be involved, the police would probably be involved. So that's just a big fat lie.
Yeah.
When you have to resort to this sort of hyperbolic terminology, again, it doesn't make people sympathize with you because it clearly looks as daft as it sounds. My own personal opinion and my own personal experience with Asmongold and people watching him watching my videos on his channel, I think Zach is fair. Whether Zach agrees or disagrees with my video is irrelevant.
Hey!
I think he's fair. And again, just like I said with T&E, he has every right to give his opinion about my content.
Yep. Because it's
Where
public.
do we draw the line at punching up and punching down? Where? Where do we draw that? Do we say, oh, once you've got to a certain level of money, a certain level of viewers, you can no longer comment on other people? Well, that's not fair, because then that means everyone who's down can just constantly punch up and up and up.
Yep.
And
that's
you
right.
can't respond. You can't retort.
Rationalizing harassment.
That's not fair. If you're going to provoke conversation, if you want to truly talk about something, there's got to be a two-way flow. And I've seen that Zach has liked some of my videos. He's giggled at them.
Yep.
And I know that he's criticized some of them.
Yes.
And that's entirely his right to do so.
Yes.
How has his audience responded to me? I've had no problem with his audience whatsoever. None whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's
been
I can't
fine.
even recall. Legitimately, I cannot even recall a negative encounter with them. Because I think, regardless of whether or not you're intelligent or not so intelligent, and when I say not so intelligent, I'm talking more academically orientated.
Okay.
Whether you're young or old, I think people are very perceptive about others. Yes, you can be naive, but I think for the most part, people are very
Somebody invite me to a realm where
They
this
can
rares up.
truly see somebody's motivation, and therefore they can truly see where somebody's coming from a position that they truly believe in, or if they're a phony. That it's just trying to get views on their channel, or purposely trying to cause controversy, or purposely trying to cause a reaction. I think they can see the genuine motivation of the content creator. And if somebody comes across as disingenuous, if somebody comes across as a phony, then that, I believe, opens yourself more up for this sort of business of some sort of confrontation than not.
Yeah, of course.
And in actual fact, I remember Zach hosting me two or 3 years, I don't know, two and a half years ago or something.
Is this a 6.2?
When I was just playing Final Fantasy 15. And I had 100 people watching me.
I remember that.
Like that. I think it's before I'd come back to WoW.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
And I was fishing. I was doing the most mundane thing you could possibly do, which was fish. So I was just in this completely uber relaxed sort of frame of mind. You know, not very energetic, just kind of like doing my thing. And then Zach hosted me for like, I don't know, at the time I think it was like 3,500 people, something along those kind of lines.
Invite me to a realm with the rare up again.
You know, nothing like the numbers that he gets today, which is like 10 times the amount. And
I'm doing pretty well.
What reaction did I get from his audience?
Yep.
Sing Ocean Man.
3D Andy.
For Zaz.
Oh yeah!
Sing
Wait, I
Ocean
actually
Man
remember
for us.
this. Holy shit!
So I did. And we had some banter. And I think something ridiculous like 1,500 to 2,000 of them actually stuck around to the end of the stream.
Yeah, there you go.
And we were just talking about this and that and the other. So my own personal take, my own personal response to his audience has actually been a very positive one from my perspective. But even if Zach has been critical of the video, I haven't had any comeback from them.
Okay.
You know, maybe they could see my point of view and still see Zach's point of view.
Yes.
Maybe some people actually agreed with my point of view and didn't agree with Zach's point of view.
That's
Because
true.
people,
That
you know,
happens.
can have their own opinion. Also, let's get on to the topic of actually reacting to videos. Streamers reacting to videos from YouTubers and the effect that it has. Does it either boost your channel or does it take viewers away from your channel? I would say neither. I don't think it boosts the responses to your video, and I don't think it has a detrimental effect as well.
Okay.
Why? Because if somebody is going to watch your content, they're going to come directly to your content. Regardless of whether or not somebody else is talking about it, they'll still view it in their own time, in their own manner, and they'll respond to it accordingly.
Okay.
Either tick it a like,
Okay.
a dislike, a comment, whatever it may be, or just watch it and move on. If they are watching your content through somebody else and through somebody else alone, it's because they're wanting to consume the content of that person. They're wanting the take of that person, the person who's watching the video. And then they wouldn't come to you anyway. So there's going to be a ton of people who are watching the videos that he reacts to.
I think that could be true, right? I mean, that could be true. Personally, I think it really just, if it's a net neutral, it's probably because some people watch my reaction instead of the original video. And then I think there's also other people that watch the reaction and then they continue watching his videos directly later on. And which group is larger, I think they generally just probably cancel each other out. For very, very small content creators, I do think that watching their videos is probably a net positive. But for anybody with, let's say, over 100,000 subs, in many chances, it is probably just neutral.
And they wouldn't come to the source in any regardless. They wouldn't come to me. They wouldn't come to T&E. They wouldn't come to Nixium. They wouldn't come to anyone else. They were just watching it because they want to have Zach's Asmongold's take on that video.
Yeah.
And because you go through the video, you pause it, you give your thoughts or whatever it may be, you have your discussion at the end, you are behaving in a transformative manner. You are watching that bit of content and you are turning it into something. Right.
Yes, that's right.
I've watched this.
I'm turning it into content.
This is my opinion. This is my take.
That's the way it goes.
It's not one of these old school reactions where you just have somebody sat in the corner going, ooh.
Oh, dude, you remember that back on YouTube in like 2012? I remember there was these two girls who would sit there and watch videos, and I thought it was the dumbest fucking thing ever. And they'd just be like doing their nails or something, and there was nothing at all about it. Yeah, I forgot what it was even called. Doesn't even matter. Reply girls. That's what it was. And they would just say nothing at all. It was the weirdest fucking thing. And I remember every video everybody hated too because they were just so fucking bad. It was so weird, man. Ray William Johnson. I don't remember who it actually was. Okay, I have no idea. Can somebody invite me to a realm where Russ feathers up? I need to kill him on this character too.
Okay, next video. No, that is not transformative. No, if it provokes a discussion, if it provokes some points that you need to address, then that is transformative, and they've got every right to do that sort of thing. So I ain't got any problem with that whatsoever. So let's just kind of wrap this up because I know this has been going around a little bit and around a little bit. Okay. The simple fact is, to me, this looks like somebody who can't take what they give. Somebody that is quite happy to be open, to criticize others who are below them, because they understand that they're not likely to get that much blowback from that situation. But once they go after somebody who is high on the pecking order, that person, I believe, has every right to respond.
That's right. Of course they do.
Just because they have a high number doesn't make you impervious to criticism back.
Oh, wow. What's that?
Especially when you're in the same field of work.
True.
Especially when you do the same thing. You stream, you do YouTube videos. You want to go after a streamer, you want to go after a YouTuber. You are leveling yourself open to receive criticism from those sources back on yourself.
Interesting
And when
opinion.
you get blowback, when you get that criticism back on yourself, suddenly you want to play victim.
Oh.
But hey, it's not the first hypocrite we're ever going to find.
Hey.
It won't be the last.
Hey.
Either. And I think Zach's got every right to respond. I will say one thing. There was one thing I will say to Ender. There is one point that I actually do agree with T&E on. And that point is doing the spit emote on people who bought the store mount. Now, I'm no fan of store mounts. You know that. But I don't think we need to go into that level. You know, if somebody wants to purchase it, it's their money. They can do with as they want. So, yeah. Is that what I'm trying to say? Zach's not infallible. You know?
No, of course not. I say wrong shit all the time.
That wasn't even your idea. That was my idea.
The ability to not make mistakes. He's gonna make mistakes.
I think it's a great
Everyone
idea,
makes
though.
mistakes. We're human. We learn from it. And I don't think that was a take, and that is something I do agree with T&E on. I don't think that was a good take by Asmongold to say. I didn't see his video. I know that he did a video on the store mount and the goodwill and all that kind of stuff. But
and by
that is something that you've got to learn
Twitch
from.
And Cat Danny,
and that
right?
is something which you've got to think to yourself, was it the right thing to do? Now, I don't think it was the right thing to do, but if he still thinks it is, that is his prerogative to do so. It's not a breach of any TOS, because at the end of the day, that emo exists in the game. So whether I don't think just from a
imagine thinking emoting somebody as
what's
harassment.
the best way to phrase this? Just from a commonsensical, I think would be the best way. Point of view, I don't think it was the cleverest thing to do. If Blizzard had any issue with it, they wouldn't have the emote in the game in the first place.
Oh, wow.
It is there to be provocative. It's there for the role players as well.
Yeah.
But it is a provocative thing, so if it's used in a provocative manner, I can understand, even though I don't personally agree. But yeah, if you wanna give it, you gotta be open to taking it. It's as simple as that.
Hey.
So there we go.
You live
I think
by the
I'll wrap
sword, you
this
die
one
by
up.
the
Hope
sword.
you
That's the way it
enjoyed
goes.
vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and Twitch for live streaming. Links are in the description box down below. And I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.
Okay, all right, there's a lot to talk about here. Just a second. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna link the video to you guys. Here's the video right here. There's a video. Now, I don't want to, like, again, I don't want to get into the spit thing. I think that it's important to shame people who support the individual practices, because that's where you have to stop it at. If people keep doing it, if you create a negative social, it's like wearing a MAGA hat, you know? Is that people don't want to wear MAGA hats as much in public because they're worried about a negative social consequence. If you create a social consequence for something, you diminish its influence. So spitting on people is a social consequence, and if you create that, then less people are going to do it. If less people do it, it'll make store mounts less prevalent, okay? That's like logically, that is why I decided to do that. We can talk about that all day, but the point is still the same. Thank you very much, I really fucking appreciate it. Thank you for the video. I do want to say, guys, I do really appreciate everybody coming out. Actually, you know what? We wanted to do TOS, right, McConnell?
Yeah, only plate.
I mean, like, let's get at least a few people that aren't.
Literally only plate.
Let's get like 15 plate and like 10 not plate. I think that's what makes sense.
Because I need the belt, I need the legs, and I need the boots. And if you don't get more plate, it's not going to drop.
Okay, fine. I'll get 20 plate. Okay, we're probably not going to be able to do KJ, but who cares? Yeah, so anyway, so by telling people to spit on store mounts, you're being an influencer? Well, yeah, I mean, by definition. I mean, but yeah, sure. I mean, that's fine. But the point, obviously, is love Asmongold will respond by punching down things, so don't punch up, punch back. 100% Asmongold will react to this. You know, drama got real when Heel vs. Babyface reports on it. Streamers aren't responsible for their audience actions unless they're actively promoting specific behaviors. I love how the video is seen just by seeing the thumbnail. Heel vs. Babyface reacts to Asmongold's reaction of Taliesin's reaction to Asmongold's original reaction to Taliesin. We have to go deeper. I'm sure we will tomorrow. 100% agree with you, I was wondering when Heel was going to hit back at TV's